she came up to each of us. She's like, I just realized, she's standing there in an eye patch and short shorts. And she's like, I just realized I'm really nervous. She goes, what if I really like can't improvise? And I was like, I think you're probably going to be okay, Jamie Lee Curtis, because you're Jamie Lee Curtis.
I'm very, very thrilled to be chatting with you guys today. I really appreciate it. Reno 911 Defunded is so good. I am an old school Reno 911 fan. So I was very excited to see the new episodes. Do you guys, when you're writing some of these jokes, do you ever think to yourself like, this is going to be controversial? Like this is going to be bigger than some of the ones that are even big.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked, like, I feel like we've talked about it on occasion. Like, we definitely, at one point during the 𝐏𝐲𝐬 episodes, we did an episode called Let's Shoot an Unarmed White Guy. And we thought, and it's actually called that, and it becomes a 2-part episode. And we were like, this is going to be hugely a problem. And not only was it not a problem, we got nominated for 4 Emmys. So, like, I don't know. I think because even when we swim directly at the like most taboo, weird stuff, you know, we're not a mean-spirited show.
Right.
I feel like people get that vibe from us after all these years, that we don't go in to offend or to shock. Our thing is not like, well, they're not going to believe this. Look what's coming. We're not those people. It's like funny first, always funny first. If it isn't funny, we're not doing it. But there are times we look back and go, all right, whoa, we shot that. It is funny, but is it too much? And usually we go, no, it's what we've been doing for all these years. And, you know, it's who these characters are, and people know, I think by now, where it's coming from.
I would say 80 to 90% of the subject matter, though, in Reno episodes, whether it's a scene or an entire episode, if it was a script that someone had to approve it, none of them would ever have been approved by
no way.
TV show. No network, no movie studio would have ever approved 80% of what we do, I think.
No, I mean, you said to someone, oh, we've got this really funny character that's a pedophile. It's like, no, full stop. No, I don't care what kind of crazy mustache he's got on.
I saw somebody that had a tattoo of Ben Garant on their leg this year as Travis Jr. and underneath it said, fuck your own food, which is a quote from the show.
Yeah, that's dedication.
Beautiful tattoo of you. It says, fuck your own food. And I was like,
that's a terrible decision.
Yeah. And that hurt too, you guys, because I got it on the back, like right in that really tender spot.
Yeah, that can, the calf area.
Yeah, I should have done it in the fat part, the fatty part.
Yeah, it's away from the bone.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm curious about is, do you guys have just like a stash of bike gags that you pull from? Or is it a challenge? Is it a challenge every time? Did you really
see in the new Roku Defunded? Did you see Dangle's bike brigade?
Yes, I have.
Oh yeah, the Beige Angels. Yeah, yeah. We definitely do we really make an effort to up the stakes of the bike events, as much as we can. And this year, the Miami Police Department, with their quick riot response bicycle division, which they posted online, them doing bike stunts. And I'll tell you right now, they were terrible at bike stunts. And we're like, could we just do that? So we did up the stakes a lot. It was helpful because we had like 11 stunt people.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think back years and years ago when we were first starting, not Dangle, but Tom's bike was stolen. I think maybe on more than one occasion, and that just sort of became the Charlie Brown football of our whole series. Like, so
in my personal life, it's happened like 3 times, and usually pretty violently and in a violent, stressful way. So that definitely has,
Tom is really making lemonade with those.
I'm making lemonade with all like the actual psychological trauma I've had from being beaten in a
life. I also want to ask about Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm sure you've gotten a lot of questions about her, but my God, how hilarious her episode and her role. Was she riffing with you guys? Is a lot of what she's doing just
never,
head, like
not only is Jamie Lee Curtis's stuff never scripted, I think everything we talked about doing was like 2 or 3 emails that were 2 or 3 sentences total.
She pitched to us. She was a fan. She wanted to come on and be somehow in charge of us from a different department. She wanted shorts like Tom and an eye patch. So we not only didn't rehearse it, we didn't write it, and we didn't discuss it. She came into the briefing room and just started yelling at us. And I think we only did 1 take. It was wonderful.
She kicked the door open and the door kind of bounced back, and she's like, "That's door."
But like, oh, the balls on her to show up and on that day, the first thing she came up to each of us, she's like, I just realized, she's standing there in an eye patch and short shorts, and she's like, I just realized I'm really nervous. She goes, what if I really like can't improvise? And I was like, I think you're probably going to be okay, Jamie Lee Curtis, because you're Jamie Lee Curtis. And then she just was like, boom, took charge, nailed it, and we just sort of were her, you know, her playthings, and just unbelievable. So I think so lucky.
If you look at that scene, you can tell it's hard to take your eyes off her, but the second time you watch the scene, look how on our toes everybody else in that scene. Everybody else, we have no idea where this is going or when is she going to yell at us. Like, you can see that we're all just like,
but that's it's also our happy place. Like, we truly love when someone. All great improv games are usually about status in some way or another. And when someone's going to yell at us,
it's the best.
The best.
When we're all in trouble. My favorite thing of our characters is when we're all in trouble together.
You yelled at, whether it's by The Rock in the first movie or Jamie Lee Curtis.
When we're clinging to one another, it's always my favorite.
Well, it's our natural state is to be frightened and confused. Like, we're so frightened and confused that we play it very well.
Very much so. It comes across amazing on screen. Reno 911 Defunded, very funny. I got to let you guys go now. You got a lot.
Hey, Steven, can I throw out one thing for when you write this up? Would you tell people, because not everyone knows that you do not need a Roku physical box to watch Roku. You can literally watch Roku for free, basically anywhere.
The app, you can cast, right? Yeah.
Or
I have Roku.
The box is just for fun.
Smart you would have it built in, but you don't need a subscription. It's free to watch.
Yes.
Sure thing. Thank you guys so much. And it's February 25th, this Friday, February 25th.
Correct.
This Friday.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.